Hot and humid the next couple of days, but isolated storm chances continue through the 4th of July. We'll show you when the worst of the weather can be expected this weekend.
For this one-tank trip, we're going to take I-70 to 367 up to Alton, and then go.
Get your snacks ready. 4th of July holiday travel is in full swing. We're live with the record-breaking numbers expected to hit the road this weekend.
A police department depleted today's plan to assist Riverview residents with emergency calls after a worker walkout.
In the neighborhood, one flower at a time.
Beautifying a street corner, empowering a community. How a local woman turned her vision into a reality.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Now look, I don't want to ruin your Friday. I'm just a messenger here, but we are waking up to another hot morning here in the Lou. This is a live look at the Missouri Botanical Garden. It is Friday, June the 30th, so we want to wish the southwest part of our region a happy zip code day. Detmer zip code is 63023. Who knew? I guess the folks in Detmer did.
Yeah, Detmer
Good
knows.
morning, everybody. It is a Friday, and we're smiling. I'm really not.
And I'm Michelle Lee. We just want to say thanks for joining us, including those of you who might be watching us on 5+. And take a look behind us. You see all that red.
Just want to start doing this right now.
Extreme heat. You know, I was at an event yesterday, and someone said, you know what, this is special St. Louis weather. Because there are a couple of national conventions going on in our area. They're like, this weather is special.
Yeah, hot and humid, that's really the trend the next couple of days. We do have thunderstorms as well. They're going to be isolated, but if you get caught in one of these downpours, it could be pretty intense like we had yesterday, damaging winds across northern portions of our viewing area. So it is summertime in St. Louis, what we're so accustomed to, heat, humidity, and storms. This morning, we are waking up with another round of heat advisories in place all across Missouri and Illinois. So again, take it easy outside today. Afternoon hours, probably the worst time frame to try to do much. This afternoon, though, storms out across Nebraska and Iowa could drift into our area just north of St. Louis for later on. But for today in St. Louis, I think will be dry, about 95 to 100, the high later on today. Now, the storms today could stay north, but tonight into tomorrow, that's when St. Louis really gets active, the best chance of storms coming during that time frame. We'll show you the futurecast coming up. In the meantime, let's head over to Paul and track our area roadways and see what's happening in the world of traffic. Good morning to you, Paul.
Good morning, Anthony. After a pretty serious accident in the last hour, we are moving much better here right now, which is a great breath of fresh air. Well, there's not a lot of fresh air right now. Okay, let's take a look here at one of our cameras that can really start to bog down. 44 at 109. We did have it on that curve there where you could see the construction cones. They have moved it here, but I promise you that's a dangerous intersection there that you're getting ready to approach in Eureka, and you're moving fast. A lot of construction out there until 4 p.m. and then they suspend all weekend through Wednesday morning. How about that? Right now, experts predict a record number of drivers to hit the roads this 4th of July weekend. Our Mercedes McKay joins us live from Fenton with Trips for Travelers. Mercedes? Tips.
Good morning, Paul. We are here in Wally's in Fenton, and this is a perfect spot, a lot of spot for people before they head out and travel. Snacks galore all over here. But the first tip for this holiday weekend, Missouri actually has the cheapest gas prices, one of them across the country for this weekend. So if you're heading out of state, before you do that, fill up here to save some money. So as you mentioned, Paul, AAA predicts a record-breaking weekend for July 4th travel, even surpassing where we were in 2019 before the pandemic. Nationally, 50 million people are expected to travel. For the bi-state, 2.9 million travelers in Illinois and 950,000 in Missouri. Every form of travel from car to plane to train is expected to be busy this weekend. But AAA says 90% of travelers will be hitting the roads for the holiday. No matter how you're traveling, though, keep these tips in mind from AAA spokesperson Nick Chaveria.
I think the biggest thing, again, is expect it to be busy. Make sure you're leaving plenty of time to get to where you're going safely. If you're driving, certainly avoid some of those peak travel times, which typically tend to be in the afternoon hours, on the Thursday or Friday before the weekend. That's kind of when the busiest traffic will happen.
So all these people here at Wally's are getting a head start. They have the right idea in mind. So I'm in front of the beef jerky wall for Rennie specifically. They have beef jerky galore, Korean barbecue, teriyaki beef, garlic beef. Now Rennie said not too spicy. Guess he can't handle the spice. But you know, Rennie, take your pick. Here you go. This is how you can decide what you want. All it is here. So
Okay.
coming up in the next half hour, I'll break down those record-breaking numbers for you guys. And tell me also the list y'all have at the station for the food I need to bring back, because sounds like y'all want a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I got you. I'm your girl.
We'll hit you up on Teams. All right. Thank you, Mercedes.
Okay, sounds good.
Later today at Lambert Airport, the TSA will give its projections for the holiday weekend travel. Already, the agency announced it will be the busiest day of the weekend today. Agents expect to screen about 2.8 million people. TSA also recommends planning extra time to park, return a rental car, or take an airport shuttle if you need to.
Well, today the extreme heat has us in a weather alert, but another alert you need to know about: fireworks are illegal in most of our area, and of course they can be dangerous. Alex Fees is live this morning in North St. Louis with more. Alex, this is a yearly warning, but very important.
It is, Michelle. When it comes to fireworks, fire department officials here in St. Louis, they leave it to the experts. Growing up as a kid out in Union, my friends and I played with a lot of fireworks, bottle rockets, things of that nature. But that's not to say that my wife and I want the same thing for our boys, all for the sake of safety.
No, fireworks are not legal in the city of St. Louis.
You heard the man. Fireworks are illegal in St. Louis. The same goes for St. Louis County. Fireworks are permitted with restrictions in Franklin, Jefferson, and St. Charles counties, but they are not permitted in the city of St. Peters. And most fireworks are illegal in the state of Illinois. St. Louis Fire Chief Dennis Jankerson says he gets asked every year, can you outline a plan to shoot safe fireworks? He says absolutely not. Here in St. Louis, Jankerson says around July 4th, firefighters will receive double the 250 daily fire and EMS calls they typically receive. That's all because of fireworks. Jankerson says his firefighters will battle fireworks blazes for days on either side of July 4th. He adds every fireworks show in St. Louis is inspected in advance, including the famous one on the riverfront.
You know, our fire marshal's office inspects any company that is coming into the city to do a fireworks shoot. Like the Fair St. Louis has a large fireworks display, and we do practice shoots. We look at every type of firework that they're going to shoot, and we establish an exclusionary zone. So we try and make it as safe as possible.
Now, the heat is complicating any kind of July 4th celebrations this weekend in the bi-state area. Let's check in with Weather First meteorologist Anthony Slaughter. Anthony, like a major league pitcher, you are bringing the high heat this weekend.
Well, I feel like I'm striking out here because I tell you, my grass at home and my flowers are losing the battle. Yeah, this morning though, we are waking up with warm temperatures. We'll be near 100 degrees later today, but of course it is the weekend. It's a long weekend for some, and we have thunderstorms we have to dodge as you make those weekend plans. Temperatures still warm tomorrow. Will be near 94, but tomorrow storms are likely, and then on Sunday a few of those storms still in the forecast, 89 for the high. Tomorrow, there is an enhanced risk for severe weather area-wide. The main threats here will be large hail and damaging winds, and this is area-wide, not just for one little small location. The best chance of storms this weekend coming tomorrow. We'll take a closer look at this, the Futurecast, and the numbers in just a few minutes, guys.
Thanks so much, Anthony. Right now, the Riverview Police Department is just 2 police officers after an employee walkout. But today until 3 p.m., St. Louis County officers confirmed that they will respond to emergency calls in Riverview. The Bellefontaine Neighborhood's police chief also told his department they will provide mutual aid to Riverview as well. Right now, we're working to learn more about what sparked this walkout in Riverview.
This morning, we have an update to our breaking news that we brought you on Thursday morning. The owners of a church turned into a skate park are now speaking out after fire gutted their building late Wednesday night. Right now, investigators do not know what caused the fire at Skate Laborious. The founders tell us they want to rebuild and include a community center. To donate, just head over to the As Seen on TV section of KSTK.com.
All things new, independently. The 2 St. Louis Catholic schools reopening tomorrow thanks to permission from the Pope himself and help from the community.
The end of a 62-year-old policy dating back to the JFK era, the reason why the Supreme Court struck down affirmative action.